Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm kind of sick of standing right now, so flashback drafts are up on Magic Online, and we're going to jump into a 9th edition one. So we're running out of time for our first pick, but Sandstone Warrior is really good. It's a 1/3 first strike for 4. Seems pretty underwhelming, but has fire breathing. So in the core set type of environment, it just beats up on everything, and can't tell if we're about to miss our second pick. But in this pack, there's Savannah Lines, which is okay. No, it's not that good, just a 2-1. Communal Stone's pretty good. Phantom Warrior is pretty good, and it's a 2-2 unblockable for 3. Aven Flock's great, it's a 2/3 flyer for 5 that has white, give its toughness bigger. The rest is kind of just chafe, but I think I'll take the Phantom Warrior. It's pretty powerful. These sets feel like a little bit underpowered, so having a 2/2 that's unblockable for 3 can just really get in. There's not really red. This pack, Pegasus Charge is really good. It's a 2/1 flyer with first strike for 3. And can't argue against that. There's also Remove Soul, which is fine, counters a creature spell. I think we're going to go with that. There's nothing really else in this pack. This core set features such great cards like Telepathy, doesn't do anything, gets out of states, search for 3 planes if you have less lands than your opponent. Death Pits of Wrath, Shatter. So we'll take the Remove Soul. But this format brings back a lot of memories. This is back this summer between my junior and senior year in high school, and just played a lot of Magic, played every week, drafted a lot, and this is what the format was. Annex is one of my favorite cards of all time. Not good in limited, just you control enchant land, so it's like destroys their land and you get a land, which is pretty insane. Imaginary Pet's pretty bad. It goes back to your hand every turn if you have a card in your hand already. Blessed Orator is fine. It gives all your creatures, other creatures +0/+1. The rest is just kind of blah. But we're gonna take probably Dancing Scimitar. It's a 1/5 with flying for 4. Blocks most everything. You don't lose the flyers. It's colorless, and nothing even remotely close to being playable in this pack. Like you can play things like Festering Goblin, which is okay. Venerable Monk, which is okay. But yeah, we're gonna take the Scimitar. Haven't seen any red cards to go with our Sandstone Warrior. Ooh, okay, well this pack has one of the best cards in the set, Confiscate. 6 mana, you control enchanted permanent. And this one of the advantages, if you know what you're doing with flashback drafts, you can get cards kind of late that are actually really insane and should never go this late. So this is a 5th pick, Confiscate. One of the best cards in the set. There is a lot of enchantment removal, like I'll play Aven Cloud Chaser's main deck. When it comes in play, it destroys an enchantment, it's a 2/2 flyer for 4. Just because there's a lot of enchantments in the set, like Pacifism, Confiscate, some other things. Dehydration makes a creature not untap, so that makes Aven Cloud Chaser pretty good, but we're definitely going to take the Confiscate. It's just so powerful. Being able to answer their best threat while making it your threat is pretty insane. And pretty lucky to get that 5th. So I'm glad we're in blue. I'm not necessarily in red yet. Hopefully we stay in blue. I'll have to see. With this set, there's a lot of like unplayable cards, so you gotta be careful to make sure you don't like waffle too much, because you need like 22, 23 cards in your deck. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna pick a card different color this pack. Razor Tooth Rats is pretty good. 2/1 with Fear for 3, so it's hard to block. Root Breaker Worm is fine. 6/6 Trample for 7. There's another Aven Cloud Chaser I mentioned. If you want to stay on colors, Boomerang's like okay, but not that great. It just basically disperse, bounces this one bounces any permanent, but you're usually just gonna bounce a creature with it. We can take Balduvian Barbarians. It's a 3/2 for 3. It's not exciting. I haven't drafted black yet in these flashback drafts, so I'll take the Razor Tooth Rats and see how that goes. So we're not necessarily in black or red. I wish we'd taken a white card, taking that Aven, because Crossbow Infantry is one of the better commons. It taps to deal 1 damage to a attacking or blocking creature. I think we're going to take it. Try to stay open. Either that or a Hill Giant. It's not exciting. Or a Lightning Elemental, which both kind of suck. So we'll take the Crossbow Infantry. Once again, another pack of just all these cards. Like Horror of Horrors, 5 mana. You can sacrifice a swamp to generate a black creature. It's not playable. 1/1 Mountain Walk for 1. You gain 4 life for 2. These cards are just so bad. I guess we'll take the Festering Goblin. Like, it's okay, it trades up. When it dies, it gives a creature -1/-1. That's not the end of the world. Alright, here's a pretty good card. Time Eb's great, puts a creature on top of its owner's library, so if we're beating down, it allows us to get a blocker out of the way, they skip their draw. This card's pretty sweet. This is our first pack. Iron Mask isn't great, like Tempest of Light, Natural Spring, gain 8 life, Urza lands. There's so many bad cards, but there's good cards too. Okay, so one of the best cards in the pack I think came back, Kami of Old Stone, a 1/7 for 4. It's either that or Council of the Sword Tommy. It's just Divination, 2 and a blue, draw 2 cards. Just like Dancing Scimitar, this just blocks and allows you to get in with your unblockable creatures. So 2 black cards. I think we're just going to take with the console, because we're definitely blue. So Telepathy, we're not going to take that. Grizzly Bears is okay. We're going to take Scathe Zombies, because we might be black, but I don't really want to play that card. Ever. So there's Imaginary Pet. This card might be good. You can't picture as a 2 mana 4/4, just because it'll just get bounced. So it's like a 7 mana 4/4. If you can empty your hand, it just stays in play. I don't take the Boomerang. Don't really want to play that. Could be okay. Take the random creature. So we're solidly in blue with a really good red card, really good white card, a couple of mediocre black cards. Let's see what the next pack has to offer. Alright, this pack has some hits. Hypnotic Spectre is fine. Just a 2/2 flyer for 3. If it gets in, they discard card at random. Doesn't always happen. Pacifism, you're reprinted a billion times, always good. Tidings is really good. 4 mana or 5 mana, draw 4 cards. Aven Fisher is fine. It's a 2/2 flyer for 4. When it dies, you draw a card. I think we're gonna take the Pacifism. It's just way better than. I think it's better than the rest. Tidings is really good too. It's really close. Just having more removal, like in core sets, is just really good. It's just a really good thing to have. I think we're gonna take the Pacifism. Let's see if we can just be a blue-white. We'll move these black cards to the sideboard. Okay. Now here's a pack with not much if you want to be in blue-white. Volcanic Hammer is great. It's sorcery speed, 2 mana, deal 3 damage. Sacred Ground's unplayable limited. This is whenever an opponent's effect would destroy a land you control, you return to the battlefield. Root Wall is really good. 2/2 for 3, you can pump it once a turn. These black cards are fine. Shade and Hollow Dogs. No playable white or blue cards. I think we're gonna take the Hammer. We're waffling pretty hard here. I didn't really like to do this far into the draft. There's really nothing else. We could splash red maybe. But that pack was really weak. Besides, like the black cards were fine. Volcanic Hammer is the best card by a mile. Just so in this pack, one of the features of 9th edition were like a lot of hate cards. Like here's one, Execute. Destroy target white creature, can't be regenerated. Draw a card. It's great if they're playing white. Baleful Stare. Your opponent reveals their hand. You draw a card for each mountain and a red card. Not that good because you draw it late and doesn't do anything. So there's a lot of these cards that you would never want in your main deck. They end up in your sideboard. There's Rampant Growth, which isn't good. Reflexes, gives a creature first strike. Like a lot of these cards just don't do much. But Aven Flock's pretty sweet. 2/3 flyer for 5. I saw one earlier. You can pay white to give it 1 toughness. So just having flyers is good, and having hard to kill flyers is better. Alright, in this pack, pretty sweet foil forest. Haunted Wampus is really good. It's a 6/6 for 4. When you play it, the opponent can put a creature from their hand into the battlefield. So a lot of times it's the biggest thing. Have you seen? We haven't seen anything close to a 6/6 besides the other green creature. We're gonna take Aven Fisher. Be happy. That's fine. 2/2 flyers for 4 are not bad, especially when they draw you a card after it dies. Another Root Walla. Green's pretty open. Let's put this back in the main deck. Pyroclasm is pretty insane. Deal 2 damage to each creature. Sea Monster's not great, so maybe we're going to splash red. There's a couple cards I'd want to splash, like Pyroclasm's pretty good, Hammer's great. Highway Robber's pretty good, it drains the opponent for 2. It's 2/2 for 4. These packs have been pretty weak even for standards of a, a core set, so maybe we splash red. Let's see. This pack, some more Hill Giant, Lightning Elemental. There's Evacuation. I think this card's pretty good. It returns all creatures to the owner's hand. That's not bad, if I remember correctly. Let me try that. Alright, maybe we're supposed to be in red, not white, because here's Orcish Artillery. Another very powerful uncommon. It's a 1/3 for 3, but you can tap it to deal 2 damage to target creature or player, and then it deals 3 damage to you. But being able to kill their stuff, make combat bad for your opponent. So yeah, we're going to take that. It would be that or Time Ebb, Wayward, Wonder Guard Sentry, I think so. Looks like maybe we should be in red, not white. Alright, this pack is pretty sweet. We got a Tidal Kraken. So, it's a 6/6 that can't be blocked. Just huge, it's powerful. Looks like we're trying to play a more controlling game, so this should be fine. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so the Tidings came back, so did the Avid Fisher. Right now we're at 6 creatures, 7 spells, so we kind of look for creatures. I think we're going to take the Avid Fisher. If this was gone, we definitely just slam the Tidings. Tidings is pretty good, but we kind of need creatures, and Avid Fisher can be a 2 for 1, which is more than fine. There's Goblin Brigand. It's a 2/2 that has to attack each turn. Doesn't really fit into our plan. Enrage could be okay. It gives a creature +X/+0 until on turn. Costs X red, so it's kind of like a fireball. Don't think we'd start it. Could end up playing it. There's a Wonder Guard Sentry, definitely filler. It's a 3/3 for 5. It comes into play. Look at their hand. At this point, we kind of need creatures, so that's fine. I'll take the Brigand. It's funny. There's like several banned cards in the set. There's Seething Song. There's also Summer Bloom. It's funny to see them because you just don't ever see them anymore anywhere. It's not legacy playable, and it's banned in Modern. So I'll take the Brigand. We might have to play it, but I really don't want to. Fish Liver Oil gives a creature Island Walk. It's like a Shatter. There's several powerful artifacts in the set. We might want to bring it in. Crafty Path Mage makes a creature with power 2 or less unblockable this turn. And so we're at 15 cards. It's not bad. We have several pieces of removal, a couple of bombs. Alright. In this pack, there is another Volcanic Hammer, which I think we're going to take. There's also Aven Wind Reader. It's a 3/3 flyer for 5. You can pay 2 to make a player reveal the top card of their library. Back then, that's great. 3/3 flyers for 5 are just awesome. I think the removal spell is better, but we won't be unhappy to have this. Disrupting Scepter is really good too. Costs 3, tap 3, tap a target player discards a card. You can only use it on your turn. That's usually pretty good, but the Hammer's just great removal, so we're going to pick that. Okay, in this pack, there's a Aven Fisher, remove a soul. We're going to pick the Fisher. We just need more creatures. Like, there's a lot of good green cards. Elvish Warrior is good. Landlord Elves is good. Landlord Behemoth is great. So yeah, definitely could have been in green if you took the Rootbreaker Worm. So I'll take the Aven Fisher. Okay. So there's a good white card, Infinitely Veteran. It's just like the, can't remember the name of the card, but there's an uncommon from the Magic Origins, had the same ability. It gives a creature +1/+1. That's attacking. It's really powerful. Circle Protection Black's a good sideboard card. Foot Soldiers is fine. It's a 2/4 for 4. There's our good friend Stormcrow. This actually makes the cut sometimes because there's like several 1-power flyers, and you can block them. There's also Treasure Trove. I think we're gonna pick that. It's slow, but it's good at being grindy. It costs 4 mana, tap 4, draw a card. And it looks like we're gonna make the game go long, so yeah, we'll try that out. Just kind of like a prophet of a... Oh, I can't remember the name of the prophet from the last set with a Gatewatch. Except for instead of being a 1-2, just an enchantment. So it's not as good, but it's fine. Alright, Samite Healer is great. Prevents the damage by tapping it. Boiling Seas is a Nombo. Destroys all islands. We'll take Mana Leak. So yeah, we're just going to try to be really controlling, it looks like. Kavu Climber's fine too. 3/3 for 5 that draws a card. I'll take Mana Leak. Mana Leak's fine. Counterspells are fine in core sets. Alright, so there's that Hill Giant. Looks like we're going to finally end up playing it. I think it's a little bit better than Stormcrow. Another Highway Robber. Someone's going to get all these Highway Robbers. Someone's going to get Boiling Seas in sideboard against us. Can't beat it. Alright, we got a great card here. Windrake is fine. 2/2 flyer for 3. Can't argue against it, just fine. Bottom Gnomes is also fine. It's a 1/3 for 3. You can sacrifice it to gain 3 life. A little bit better when damage went on the stack, because you could have it still deal its 1 damage after it blocked, still gain life. I'd rather play Windrake. So our deck's looking pretty sweet. I'm gonna probably be happy to play 22 lands, because we just don't want to miss land drops. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna take it. Aladdin's Ring. So I've done 3 drafts this past week in this format, and I made the finals every time, and 2 of the times I lost in the finals to Aladdin's Ring, and 1 time I passed it. It was the first one, and I was like, can't remember if this card's good or not, and this card is amazing. There's not that many cards that can kill it. There's like Naturalize and Shatter, and that's about it. And it just takes over the game. It costs 8, you tap 8 to tap it to deal 4 damage. Sounds like a lot of mana, like 16 mana for 4 damage. But once it starts going, doing its thing, like you really can't lose. Alright, so this pack we have Lumigrid Warden, it's a 1/3 for 2 with no abilities. Sage Aven, a 1/3 flyer for 4. That lets you rearrange the top 4 cards of your library. We already have a bunch of 4-drops, so we'll take the Warden. It's definitely okay. So I might cut. So we're at 23. I think I want to play 18 lands because we don't miss land drops. So we have several, like a bunch of double blue and even triple blue, and then like double red cards. I don't want to play them all. Okay, in this pack we have another Warden or Flowstone Shambler. I think we'll take the Shambler. It's a 2/2. You can pay a red to get +1/-1, so we can trade up to all those Hill Giants. The Warden's also okay. We are trying to be defensive. We'll take the Warden. Okay, there's Peace of Mind. Jamming, that's not that great. You can discard cards, gain 3 life. It's okay. We could Seething Song into Aladdin's Ring. That sounds pretty insane. We'll just take a Elvish Warrior, it's the most powerful card. Alright, we'll take that Stormcrow. All foil lands. Zodiac Monkey. One of the staples of old sets were just lots of random creatures with forest or like land walks. This one has forest walk. I think we'll take Naturalize, 1 less Naturalize floating around. Take the Demystify. There's a 1/2 for 1 green. So our deck's pretty sweet. Not unhappy about it. Kinda missed some cards to get there, but I think it's pretty cool, pretty powerful. So we're gonna make 2 cuts. Probably gonna cut Treasure Trove. We only have 13 creatures, so I just want to keep all the creatures in here. Probably Treasure Trove and Time Ebb. Like I said, Time Ebb's good when you're attacking, but when we're just trying to make the game along, like it doesn't matter if they draw the card next turn because they're just going to replay it. So we'll cut that. Evacuation's coming Nombo with Confiscate. I don't know if I really want that. Could be okay. I don't think there's that many tokens in the set. There's a lot of auras, if you noticed. So I think like there's several auras that are okay, like Unholy Strength, Treetop Bracers, Pacifism that we took. I can reset all that. We'll play it. We'll just have some fun and see if that works. Now let's add lands. I think we're gonna go probably 10/8. We have very little red, mostly blue, but we do have double red. 8 should be okay. Sort by color. Yeah. Let's see that. Boom. Alright, so add basic lands. Probably gonna suggest like 5 mountains, 6 mountains. Not that crazy. Let's add to deck and submit. Alright, let's see how that goes. Alright, it's our first round, and we're on the draw. Opponent cap we can keep. We have a Lumigrid Warden into a Windrake, and hopefully Aven Fisher and Sentry. And both our colors. Can't lose. Basic planes from our opponent. We even got double red, which I was kind of worried about. We have couple double red creatures, but we have the mana. Can cast them. Alright, so here's Glory Seeker. So just 2/2 for 2, and we can easily blank it with our Warden. So yeah, this guy comes down, just blocks, and can't ask for much more than that. There's a couple of combat tricks in white. It has like healing hands, which 1 white prevent 4 damage. And then there's Inspire, 2 and white, untap a creature is +2/+4. Our opponent played a Skyhunter Prowler. It's a 1/3 flying vigilance. We'll play our Windrake, and the board's going to stall. So lucky for us. Contaminated Bonds, yuck. So this is whenever an enchant creature attacks or blocks a controller, loses 3 life. So we don't need to attack or block with it yet. This is like a pseudo removal spell. Let's play Aven Fisher. We can trade off with it later if we need to. Could trade with the Glory Seeker, but I like to. Now, if he attacks with the Prowler, we can trade off with it with the Fisher and the Windrake. We'll take 3, but it's whatever. Another Bond, jeez. So he takes 6 damage to kill his Prowler. I'm okay with that. Alright, so it kind of sucks, but whatever. Suntail Hawk, jeez, he's really testing us. Alright, well there's a creature that can block his Hawk. We can trade for his Glory Seeker, we can trade with like, I'm happy trading off the Aven Fisher for this. We'll take 3, but we draw a card. Suntail Hawk's just one of the many 1/1 flyers for 1 white that exists in Magic. Oh, Gift of Estates. He gets to search the library for 3 planes. Not really a card I'd ever really want to play. If you're trying to ramp, I guess it's okay, but it's just not that powerful. Next turn, we're just going to play Warden. Ooh, Raised Dead on the Prowler. Okay. He can definitely have that. That's fine. Kind of want to play this Phantom Warrior. I know I said I want to keep up Mana Leak. This allows us to start attacking. And like black doesn't and white doesn't have much burst or direct damage. Black has Soul Feast. I lose 4 life. They gain 4 life. So that's something to think about and to worry about. So Mana Leak's actually getting pretty close to being dead here. But I'm glad I got the Phantom Warrior in play. We can start attacking. Hammer's good. I don't really want to kill any of his stuff right now. So we're just going to start blocking a Prowler and taking 1 a turn. Okay, 2/2 Vigilance for 2. At this point, if he plays anything, I'm just going to counter it, because he already has a ton of lands from the Gift of Estates. No attack, okay. Yeah, so this is why I like Sandstone Warrior. So if you look at the board, it has fire breathing. So if he like blocked with everything, I could pump it 3 times, make it 4, kill 2 things. It could kill my guy, but if I had another land, it couldn't do that. It just so big. It's hard to interact with. Once again, we're not gonna leave up Mana Leak. Just worth playing him. Because if you draw a mountain, we can start attacking. The first strike would kill the Glory Seeker, Suntail Hawk, and Cavalier if he decided to block with all 5 creatures. And then it would only take 2 from the Prowlers. So like I said, board stalls are common, so it's nice to have a good late game. Nice to have card draw. So I was really tempted to take the Tidings, but we just didn't have that many creatures at that point. We'll just block 1, take 1 at this point. Still really can't attack with this Sandstone, so I'll just attack with the Phantom Warrior. Play Aven Fisher. Stop his Sky Hunter Prowlers from attacking. What if he has double black cards in his hand, like Highway Robbers? It's definitely something he could not be casting. He could be sandbagging lands, but he has been playing them, so. If it ever gets to the point where we cast a One Regard Sentry, we'll know. It just doesn't do much. We could actually, it's not that bad to attack with. You'd have to throw away like a Cavalier or a Glory Seeker to block it, or to kill it. That's fine. Holy strength, holy moly. 2/5, okay. It's pretty big. So like I said, bounce effects are not bad. You end up having to play with a lot of auras in your deck. The no attacks. Alright. Pyroclasm isn't that great. Doesn't kill his dudes. We could like hammer and Pyroclasm. But our warrior's just getting in there. We are going to play our sentry and see what's going on. Can't really attack with it anymore. I guess we could kill this with our hammer. Enfeeblement and Grave Digger. Okay. Both those cards are fine. Enfeeblement's a little bit hard to cast, so he can kill our warrior at any point. Once he draws 2 black, that is. And if we ever kill one of his guys, we'll just get it back with the Grave Digger, which is a great card in core sets. Whew. Another Holy Strength. So we're going to block with Aven Fisher. Take some damage. Don't want to take 6. I'll go to 6. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna kill one of his guys. He can bring it back. Actually, I'll wait a turn because I know he's just gonna replay. He'll play immediately, and we can counter it. So we'll just take 2 here. Alright, land's good. We'll offer up our Sentry. We can trade with the Volcanic Hammer. And if he gets low enough, we can just hammer him. Like if he takes this, he goes to 7. Okay, that's fine. Seems acceptable. Yep, there goes our Phantom Warrior. I think it's time to cash in. Oh, he's not attacking. I'd say cash in like Avid Fisher and Windrake. Mountain. Okay, that was a great draw. So we can make it 5. You have the triple block to kill it. And we gotta trade it for one of his prowlers. We'll send that in. It's doing okay. If we draw an 8-drop, we're only 1 land away from casting it. Alright, we'll just pump this guy once. Another 1 card in his hand, so there's no fear. So we can't counter the Gravedigger, but we can counter whatever he plays after it. That should be good enough. Yep. Get back his Veteran Cavalier, just strictly better than Glory Seeker, because he can cast it. Kind of sucks to mana leak something you can just like Pyroclasm away, but this mana leak's not doing anything, so. Maybe looking to Pyroclasm next turn and hammer one of his guys. Aladdin's Ring, okay, sweet. Because I kind of want to draw cards off of Avid Fishers, and they're not doing much. So I'm actually going to send in Sandstone Warrior and that guy. Because if he blocks just like a 2/5 on it, we can just kill them both. Left with some 1/3s, a 1/5. Cannot complain. Alright, that is fine. So we can pump this twice. Do you block this? No, okay. So now we can Pyroclasm. We draw 2 cards. Yes. Next turn we just have 2 Volcanic Hammers to kill him. Now we'll just kill this. So I use one of the hammers to get rid of that guy. So we cleared his board. We got a Sandstone Warrior that has to be answered. A bunch of other 1-power attackers. There's Evacuation. That would actually be good. Reset our flyers, but does not matter anymore. Awesome. Alright, let's go to sideboarding. So black-white. Fairly aggressive. Double Contaminated Bond. Kind of what makes you want Boomerang. See, like I said, Stormcrow against his Prowlers, 1/5s. Time Ebb seems better now because he has the double Holy Strength. Maybe we don't want Pyroclasm, we don't need it against him. Let's take out the Pyroclasm for the Time Ebb. I guess Boomerang's better just because we can do it on our own creature. We want everything else. I mean, Pyroclasm could be good if it goes like 2-drop, 2-drop. But I still want the Boomerang. Maybe I just keep it. Maybe Mana Leak's just too slow. He didn't like have anything big. There was Gravedigger. That's about it. Like he just showed like an aggressive deck. No combat tricks yet. So we'll just put Mana Leak on the sideline. Alright, our opponent mulligan to 6. We only have 2 lands, but we have 3 turns to draw one, and then we should be fine. If you ever draw 4th, we're in great shape. We'll try keeping this. Could get punished by a fast draw. Our opponent kept their 6 and put a card on top. Okay. Tidal Kraken's not necessarily the card I wanted to see as our first draw step, but boom, it's there. Alright, Veteran Cavalier. Okay, well there's Pyroclasm. So he plays like another 2-power creature. We'll just get a 2-for-1. Won't complain. Mana Leak would also have been fine here to counter whatever they play. Okay, we take our 2. Please play Glory Seeker. Aha, yeah, we'll get him. Really wish he had a Suntail Hawk too, that'd been pretty insane. So we did draw a 3rd land. I know I do this before, play the Windrake. Nice little 2-for-1. And if you draw a 4th land, Dancing Scimitar can hold off pretty much everything. Paladin Vec, jeez. This card's pretty good. First strike, pro red, pro black. We're in a council here. It's pretty important to make our land drops. You know, we could play Windrake. Luckily, we have like blue creatures that can block it, or Dancing Scimitar. If he like pumps it up a bunch, Angel's Feather. Okay. Like I said, there's a bunch of cards I don't really want to play. This is one of them, so we can gain life whenever he plays a white spell. He's down to 1 card in hand. We have 5. We can play the Sentry now. This can block. We get to know what his last card is. It's a Dark Banishing. Okay. Very good removal spell. Something they just don't print anymore. 2 and a black destroys a non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. Yep, there goes my 3/3. Alright, so we'll play the Scimitar, leave up in Boomerang. And we are well on our way to casting this Kraken, which hopefully he can't kill anymore. Now that he uses Dark Banishing. And of course we're going to block. Don't think there's anything that punishes me here, really. Yeah, we'll play Phantom Warrior. I'll play Windrake. Say go. Get our attacks on. This game is pretty much going according to plan. We dealt with his first couple threats. We have a wall. We're going to start having attackers. next turn we're gonna play Hill Giant, and which probably means he's not gonna attack anymore because he's gonna be racing like not 2 for our 3. Yeah, so he's not gonna attack anymore. So there's our 7th land. Play our giant, even though it's not gonna do anything, and just stand there and be scary. Gosh, the Anthony Scimitar just does so much work. It's just so big. 1/5 is huge. And evacuation hasn't seemed that good yet. We'll see. I don't think that we took over much, but definitely could be great. Grave Digger, that's great. Don't care about that. You can play as Cavalier, gain a life. He's down to 1 card in hand. And there's our 8th land. Here comes the Kraken. We're going to release it. Release the Kraken. And if he doesn't kill it this turn, we can potentially save it with a boomerang. Okay, so our hand is super reactive. We got defense up. We got creatures he can never block. Holy Day, okay. Basically time walk here. Prevents all damage that'd be dealt, or combat damage, just a fog. But if he plays a flyer, we can counter it, otherwise I'm not too sure I care about anything he could play. We have boomerang, something goes wrong. Evacuation, something goes really wrong. So he has a spell. Something I'm still getting used to. Magic Online recently changed it so this says paying cost on the opponent. Okay, so he did have it, Soul Feast. So it's like one of the few reach cards a black or white deck could have. So it turns our 2-turn clock into a 3-turn clock. No, it's still 2 turns. Yeah, super 2 turns. We can boomerang the Paladin, maybe some point, attack with the Hill Giant. Don't think we ever need to do that. Another Holy Day. You could string together some sort of cards. It'd be really hard though. So yeah, many hands actually. I'm okay with this. It allows you to like do double blocks normally, and allows you to trade it for their creature basically. It's definitely like a 20th card in your deck, but it's not the worst combat trick for whites. I'd say it's a lot better than Holy Day, but he has both. So we can hit him for 10 next turn, and then Volcanic Hammer him. He might gain a life from the Angel's Feather. Some might not work. Alright. Let's attack. Don't think I'm going to use the hammer. Just be safe in case anything crazy happens. We'll keep the land in our hand in case he has like a Ravenous Rats. Not that that matters. Alright. We got there. We casted an 8-drop, and it did lots of damage. Alright, it's our semi-final match. Well, the draws hand's fine. Removal spell, a couple of flyers we can definitely keep. Kinda don't want to play against the green deck. They had tons of good cards, lots of big creatures, and we can't really deal with big creatures that well. We have Aladdin's Ring. Kill anything. Let's see what we're up against. Basic island. Didn't see that much blue. We got blue like really late. Alright, so there's Sandstone War. It's gonna be really good this draw. We drew 3 mountains. Just gonna be able to beat down. And Aladdin's Ring's really hard to deal with. It's funny, normally white has effects that can destroy artifacts, but not in this set. I don't think there's a single one. It has a Demystify instead of like a Disenchant type effect, and it has that Avid that can kill enchantments, but nothing can kill artifacts. So we're trying to kill this dude. Actually, we could take 2, play Windrake, and then next turn Warden Hammer. That sounds fine. Especially, I think he might have like a Remove Soul. The set also doesn't have Cancel in it. Cancel doesn't exist yet in Magic's timeline. They just printed Mana Leak instead of Counterspell for the second core set in a row, I believe. Okay, basic Plains, Savannah Lions, Windrake. Okay, so this Warden's gonna be great. We'll trade off Windrakes. That's fine. Play Mountain. We can also wait a turn. Instead of trading with Windrake, we can play the Aven Fisher to trade with it. Like I said, white has no reach, very low pump spells, same with blue. Just have unblockable creatures, which we'll be able to see at least ahead of time. Especially if he taps low and we resolve this Fisher, we know we're good to block. But our opponent did not want to do that. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also Rewind in this set. So what do I want to play? I think the Fisher's actually the less important card. Maybe the Warrior. Well, I'll just play the Warrior. If it resolves, it's better. Our opponent has 4 cards in his hand. Could have double white cards. It's pretty realistic. Alright, well, it didn't counter it, so no counter spell. Sleight of hand is just whatever. Another Plains. Probably has Dehydration, which makes the creature not untap. We'll attack with our Warrior. We won't pump. I just want to play the Sentry and see what's in his hand. Could Counsel of the Sword Tommy. If we hit land and play nothing, I guess. I thought for a second I had a 3-drop. So we'll just play our Warden. Wander Guard Sentry, not Warden. Look how big this is. It's a 3/3. It's a 2/1 and a 2/2. Ooh, Air Elemental. Yeah, so it does have Dehydration. He also has Sarah. Jeez, those are all really good. Sarah was rare in the set, so we'll see a lot less of it. Wow, his deck seems pretty insane. Yeah. Okay. Confiscate would be great draw once we hit our land drop. So just gonna play like Sarah Angel here. So we can kill our Warrior if he like triple blocks, but we could kill his Sarah Angel, so I'm happy with that trade. And because we drew a 3-drop, I'm actually going to play Council. So if we draw any land, we can play our Orcish Artillery. And that makes trading a lot better for me. And we did not. Ugh. So we're going to take 4 here. Probably going to play Air Elemental. We're going to take it. I was really hoping for a land and confiscate off that draw. Just the dream. Did not get there. Defense Grid. That's a card I would not play in my deck. I mean, it's good against our 1 mana leak. That is about it. Alright, I'll play Aven Fisher. Our boy, Bobby Fischer. Could have attacked first to guaranteed damage. Yeah, he can't. If he has a counterspell, he can't play it. Defense Grid attacks him too, or affects him too. So there's Air Elemental. Okay, sweet. So we can play 2 spells this turn. Play Artillery, which is great against white-blue. Well, I guess they can dehydration it, but we can at least get 1 activation out of it. Allows us to trade off. Makes it so his 4/4 flowers aren't going to kill us anytime soon. So we know he has a Wind Reader, a Dehydration, and a Mystery card. We're only 2 lands away from our Aladdin's Ring, which I'll play first because it'll just mow down his creatures. Alright, there's the Wind Reader. No attack. That's really good for us. That means we get to use this artillery at least once. Okay, so there's a mouse on top of our deck. That's awesome. So let's poke in for 2. So we can make this 5. So we'd have to trade like... You'd have to trade a 4/4/4, right? Kill these 2. So you might dehydrate our Phantom War, which is perfect. I'm so glad we have so many Aven Fishers. They're just going to do so much work this match. That is not going to work, my friend. So this is a 3/3, right? Might do 3/3 for a strike. And he takes 2. I'm really happy how that went. That 3/3 might actually be a problem if we trade off with all his 4/4s. We might like at this point we could double block it, so it wouldn't be too much of a problem. We might get to a point where we lose all our 2/2 flyers, and we have no way to interact with it. So spells are great, land is great. We can blast off this ring. Might not even need to. This artillery is pretty sweet. He doesn't have an answer for our Sandstone Warrior. I guess if he doesn't use the dehydration, I'm not going to play the Kraken, because it just answers it, and I don't want that to happen. If it doesn't attack, I think I'm going to kill his Windrake with the artillery, because I'm going to do that anyways at some point. There's 2 mystery cards. No idea what they could be. Oh, okay. Boomerang. Sure. Could have blown out a double block. I mean, he has to do it now. Because he can't do it on my turn, really. I mean, he could, actually. Alright, so he didn't attack with anything, so I'm going to kill the Windrake. Could have a counter spell. We drew our 8th land. I'm just going to jam it. If it resolves, like, we're going to win this game, so... Oh. So he needs 5 mana cast, like, there's actually no counter spell that can counter it, because Rewind's the only, like, generic counter spell in the set. I guess, oh, actually, he has Mana Leak. I'm silly. Mana Leak could take care of it. Oh, and it does not. So this is going to kill Sarah Angel, then it's going to kill his Air Elemental, and then it's going to kill him. Oh, I forgot to tackle the Phantom Warrior. I was so excited about the Aladdin's Ring. Oh well. Let's just try to kill it with our Fishers. More things dead, the better. Could have Inspire. Blows this out pretty good. Probably should have triple blocked if that was the case, but he did not. So yes, we like to draw a card. Yes, we like to draw a card. Give me the lands. I want the lands. So let's try to kill this Sarah Angel and see what happens. So yeah, we paid 16 mana to deal 4 damage, and it was all worth it. So all he's left with the 2-1. I'll just keep back both my 1-3s. We could send in 1, or I'll just not. Probably get dehydrated this turn. So yeah, this is kind of like a 4/4 Kraken. Well, 4 infinite toughness because you can't kill it with removal spells. With hexproof, you can't pacify it, can't dehydrate it. Yeah, Aladdin's Ring is super sweet. Let's go to sideboarding. Lots of flyers. A Phantom Warrior. No artifacts. Didn't see any auras for Boomerang or Time Ebb. Yeah, we'll just, Mana Leak seems good. It's several 5-drops that are really annoying. And we'll just go back with this. So we're on the draw. This hand only has 1 land, so we're going to have to mulligan it. Can't really afford to do that. Alright. Put that in the bottom. Just look for spells. Definitely easily lose. His deck seems pretty powerful. Alright, well, we hope this Pyroclasm is amazing, because it's going to need to do something. Might trade it 1-for-1 with a Phantom Warrior. Stormcrow, my friends. Okay, well, that can take care of a Sarah Angel. Or a Air Elemental. Once again, all islands from our opponents. If he plays a Phantom Warrior, I'm just going to throw out the Pyroclasm. Windrake. I guess we wait one more turn. We can get a little greedy here. Actually, we're gonna play Avid Fisher next turn, and we can just Volcanic Hammer. Like, I'm just worried about Phantom Warrior, so we'll just Pyroclasm now. If we didn't have a 4-drop next turn guaranteed, I might hold it. So he does have a white mana, same foil planes. Sage Haven, okay. It's not Scry, it doesn't get to put the cards on bottom, but it gets to look at the top 4 and put them back in any order. I'm glad I didn't wait, he didn't play a card I could Pyroclasm. And this Sage Haven and this Avid Fish are going to look at each other. Nice getting a little 2-for-1 after a mulligan. So here comes the Fisher. So if he has... We drew a Windrake, so if he has one of his 4/4 flyers, we can trade for it. He does not. Alright, so Sleight of Hand means that his second and third card, one of them sucks, and he gets to bottom it, which is pretty cool. Okay, another 1/3 flyer. Ooh, Confiscate seems pretty amazing. So if we draw a 6 land, or when we draw 6 land, because I can't imagine the game ending so fast that we never draw 6 mana, we're going to take one of his 4/4 flyers. Just a Boomerang. That's something to be worried about. Alright, so he didn't hit a 5th land. There was no lands in the top cards of his deck. Alright, so we did draw the land. We're not going to do anything. I think we're just going to try to double block his flyer when it comes down, because I assume it's going to come down. Alright, well, it's not Air Elemental. We are drawing lands. The lands are really good, because we do have an 8-drop in our hand. Dehydration gets us pretty good. Nothing to do about that. We could Stone Rain him and take his planes. That seems way, way too greedy. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to attack? Nope. Okay. Alright. So, like a boss, we drew our 8th mana on turn 8. He could be sitting on counterspells. We didn't see any, but it's like so bad just to play that in such open mana when he hasn't played cards in forever. Didn't play anything. I thought he might go for a Boomerang or something. Could just have a bunch of double white cards. I really hope he taps low in the next couple turns so we can play our Kraken. But just being a holding pattern seems fine by me. Like I said, before this format's all about board stalls. And just staying alive and just playing better cards later. Another Sleight of Hand, okay. Three Sleight of Hands, man. He has all the hands. Let's see if he draws a plains and snaps off a Sarah Angel, which I assume he has. No. Very suspicious. Okay. Well, we finally drew a counterspell. Or one remove soul. We also have a mana leak. But so this is good. Plays a flyer, we can counter it, and then we can resolve our Kraken. We can just hammer that guy. That's not a big deal. Or double block it, but then we can't really double block his other one, so we're just gonna hammer it. Player Warden. Cannot attack yet, but it may very well soon. I think he's thinking about remove soloing this. Nope. So the Warden matches up very well. If he ever plays a Savannah Lion, we can block it. We actually play Kraken with a removal soul up. Just say go. Like, I'm 99% sure he has a counterspell in his hand, unless he somehow has 7 double white cards. He may have a boomerang. Right, here comes something. Yeah, that sucks. So only 1/3 flyers, you can have them all. Kind of hoping to draw some kind of medium threat or another 2/2 flyers so that he'll counter that. Or Aladdin's Ring. I'm pretty sure Aladdin's Ring is game over. Oh, drew a Manly too. So I assume he's gonna play creature next turn. We'll remove Soul it, then we'll play Kraken. If he has counterspell, we'll Manly get back. Alright, he didn't draw planes. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll remove Soul this. This is annoying enough. Can't quite mana leak it. Rewind. Ooh, we'll mana leak that one. So he doesn't get on tap 4 land. So he was sitting on counter spells. Okay. Here comes the Kraken. Say go. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Nice little counter battle. Pacifism. Alright, cool. Phantom Warrior. I'll play that guy first. He is on a 10-turn clock. He didn't hit 2 remove spells, rewind. Okay, we'll play our Fisher. Could play that first, but I kind of like having the Fisher because I know 4/4 is going to come at some point, and we can trade for them now. I can't believe he had Defense Grid in his... I mean, Defense Grid, you just take it because it's worth some amount of ticks. It is like a bunch of counter spells. I wonder if all his counter spells are on the sideboard. Alright, there's Air Elemental. We're gonna not take that yet because he showed us Boomerang, and I don't want to get boomeranged after we confiscate it yet, so I want to try to wait as long as we can for that to happen. there's a second planes. So we're gonna, oh, no attack, so no boomerang. I was gonna entice him to boomerang with just a double block. Even Fishers. Oh, Wind Reader. Okay, that card does not matter. What's the top card of my deck? It's weird that's like reveal and not look at. Okay, Hill Giant. Ooh, that's a beat stick. It's never good to do it to yourself unless you need a decision to need lots of information for a decision, because then I get to see it and he's gonna draw it anyways. You know, if I take his air elements, it's not even that good. He has a bunch of 1/3s. See, I pretty much just need to draw Aladdin's Ring next couple turns, and we can't lose. We'll see. No attack, so I assume no boomerang. But we're just gonna play this Hill Giants. Alright, there is the ring. Ring and ding ding. I see a ring. I like it, so I'm gonna put a ring on it. So when we play, we have two options. Just go face, because the board is so stalled that we're never going to kill each other. Or I can start picking off his creatures. Like, I think I'm going to take the 4/4 out. It's just so big. Other creatures is debatable. But once we take the 4/4 out, we get attacked with a Hill Giant. Either... Oh no, we put our Hill Giant back on top. So no ring yet. Alright, I'm glad he did that first. Another thing that makes Confiscate a little bit weak against him. We're also up on time, which is good. I don't think it's going to come to that. Sift. Okay. Discarded a Tempest of Light. We didn't see Confiscate, did he? And he has his own pacifism? That's... I don't suggest it. Play this ring. There's no counterspell you could have. Oh, mana leak, but I think we have like 11 mana, right? Yeah, so it's not a big deal. Could boomerang him, but then we take a Sarah Angel and things go downhill for our opponent from there. I think that's what he's thinking about. Oh, well, yeah. He also only has 10 cards. He has 11 lands, so I assume he has 6 cards between his hand. Let's block with some Fishers and see what happens. Like I said, I want him to use a boomerang if he has it. Yes, you like to draw. Yes, you like to draw. So we have 13 mana. This puts us, we're still winning the mill race. I think we're just going to take his air elemental at this point. I should have one more mana, and then we can play Ring also. Double Boomerang? Jeez. Alright, that's fine. So we're going to cancel this turn, look for another flyer. Like I said, we're ahead on the mill race. Okay, we found it. We also found artillery. So the Confiscate was never going to do anything. We should be in good shape. Ooh, Sea Serpent thing's huge. Okay. And Air Elemental. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also have Evacuation, which can reset our Kraken. Take some damage here, it's not a big deal. Should be fine. We could jump block with a Warden. I'm actually okay taking 6, because next turn we can like double block it with the Wardens and shoot it. Okay, this guy's great. We have enough to activate. Yeah, we super have enough to activate. So we can't draw with the Aven Fisher because we will mill first. Let's see, we can pump this and then shoot it. Sounds good. We actually just pump this all the way. So let's deal first strike damage. Now we deal normal. Now we deal R4 damage. Sweet. Let's see what's in his hand. Another remove soul. Perfect. So we have a 9 mana. We can pump this once. Nah, not worth it. We're gonna win by decking, I assume. Actually, we'll just go face. I'll say we can like ensure. Reveals an island. Okay. I just don't want to kill his guys. He's on a 5-turn clock. What did he reveal off his deck? Island. Okay. So he had infinite counter spells. Play the island. Don't know if it was a way to prevent milling out. But we'll just start killing those creatures. There's Reminiscence, or Reminisce, which shuffles your graveyard into your library. So we can pump all our mana into the Sandstone Warrior and still have enough mana to activate the Aladdin's Ring. We're at the auto yield to this just in case. Let's try and time us out, but we're ahead. We're up a game. There's only 6 cards left in our deck. Each of our decks. Okay, I'll pump it. So we're in pretty good shape. He has 12 lands, so like 5. Now he has 13 lands, so like 4 cards between his 7 and his 5 in his deck and 2 in his hand are probably lands. That's fine. Can't believe a Tempest of Light in his deck. That's so bizarre. Okay, Sacred Nectar gained for life. Let's kill his dude. Now we can start attacking. He has no cards in hand. I reveal a mountain. Yeah, he's trying to time us out. That's fine. Reveal the same mountain. Now we can attack with all our creatures. Besides the artillery. Blocks anything, it dies. Let's kill his one with vigilance. Alright, defense grid in your counterspell deck, go for it. Sure, we'll take R1. We'll race. Send in everything. So we only have one land left in our deck. We actually do need to try to kill him in case it goes to time, in case he like decks us somehow, but I don't think there's any targeted draw spells. There's just Constant Autonomy and Tidings. Oh, we actually could have killed him, we missed lethal. This dealt 2 damage, we could shoot him for 4. Wasn't worried about it. Oh yeah, he's super dead. Woo! And we are on to the final. Alright, it's the finals, we made it, and we're on the play, so we're going to play first. We could choose to draw, but we'll play first. This hand's great. We have Remove Soul to answer something, a Warden to block, all the 2 drops in the world, and Aiden Fisher to beat down. Draw cards. Let's see how it goes. Just play any old land, say go. So it's probably the green deck. Alright, well there's a swamp. No green yet. I'll play the mountain. Gives us more information, but just in case we have to discard a card like Tyrannus Rats at some point, it can be an island. I don't want to have like play through islands and then we get stuck with this mountain in our hand. And you have to discard it. But we drew another mountain. And we're up against black-red. So we didn't see the green player, which this deck I assume would be pretty sweet, which is like fatties and ramp. This is before the time of like fight cards. Ooh, we're gonna counter that. That can deal a lot of damage. Like, Aryan Fisher could block it, but it could get removed. So player Fisher. So I just don't want to worry about it. We drew a mana leak. Probably just play the Sentry. In chat, my opponent says, I hope you weren't the guy who got that awkwardly late confiscate. I'm just gonna give him the old LOL. Ooh, he got a Sandstone Warrior. Alright, he knows what's up. So he must have picked something really good or value. There's a couple of cards that are worth a lot in the set, like Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge. Lots of lands. A couple of spells. So we'll write this down real quick. This deck seems pretty sweet. It's Mountain, Swamp Dogs. Annabelle Shaman's really good. And I kind of wish I had the mana leak for it. But we don't. So we play the 3/3. So we play the Hollow Dogs. Now the Shaman, just it's a pinger. We pay red to ping, so it's great. I didn't see any of those usually. Like last couple times I've been red, so I get like 2 or 3 of those. They're just great. Can't block this warrior. So this deck might actually be able to beat us if it's aggressive enough. And Sandstone Warrior is just really hard to block. Okay, so here comes the Hollow Dogs, I assume. Oh yeah, he's gonna attack first. And we're not gonna block it. We're gonna take our 1. We could call him and block with the Warden. And say if you wanna kill our Warden, you don't get to play the Hollow Dogs. Ooh, that's a really good top deck. We'll just hit him for 3. Yeah, his deck's really sweet. We might have a hard time winning here. Really need to draw a Volcanic Hammer. This guy's gonna rain on our parade. Pretty good. Yeah, we can't like. I was gonna let that resolve so we can trade with the Warden, but now that he has the Icy, it's gonna be hard to do that. So we're gonna play our land here because it's not worth it to miss land drops. I don't want to discard in case something goes wrong. Orchestra Artillery's fine. We're still at 18. So we're not dying yet. We are beating down. He's already at 10. And of course, we're not going to block. So he's probably going to pump it this time. Yeah, at least once. Then he plays 4-drop. Yeah, twice. He plays 4-drop and leave open Icy. Ooh, he got the Highway Robbers. See, Power Cloud's gonna be a great draw here. Not quite what happened. I think we're gonna start playing some defense. I don't want to discard this land, so we're gonna play it just in case. Yep, can't quite block yet. We're gonna have to do something crazy to kill that. Actually, we could have blocked. He can only pump it 4 times, only kill one of our guys. Then we could have shocked it. If he had a trick, it wouldn't have worked. So he's played all the lands we've seen. There's a shaman. So we're gonna go to 6 to do this, but we're gonna kill a shaman. Kinda sucks, but I think we have to do that. We're not gonna attack with the Fisher because we might end up chump blocking. Here comes our little buddy, Phantom Warrior. So I think we can kill this Sandstorm Warrior. Yeah, we're gonna go all in. We're gonna try to kill this. Let's see. I think we just need to do this actually. So we can pump it, make it 5. We're gonna go to 3 to do this. All right, let's get lucky. Now we have to kill it, like try to shock it. We did see both volcanic hammers. Like we only saw 2 and we passed them. Like we took the ones we saw, we didn't pass them. Whew, no follow-up, sweet. We can't get too greedy. Alright, we're just gonna attack with the Phantom Warrior. And we're gonna take the Icy Manipulator. So we did have it. So we should be in good shape. There's a good chance he can't remove both our blockers. And we actually have lethal. Alright, woo! That game was really close, holy moly. Pyroclasm, Aladdin's Ring, yeah boy. We got a little flooded, as did we, but our deck is very powerful. Let's go to sideboarding. Imaginary Pet might be okay. Just blocks and trades. We could bring in Shatter. I mean, Ice Manipulator is that good. But I don't think we need, like, it's really close. I don't want to take any of our stuff out for an IC that could be or could not be good. We could bring in Boomerang. Could cut the evacuation cards pretty mediocre. Yeah, we never had a need for it there. We might have needed it to stay alive. We'll bring in the Shatter. We'll see how that goes. Because Icy is just so good. It's definitely one of the best cards in the set. In fact, that's colorless. It's artifacts. It's hard to interact with. We're on the draw. We're going to keep it. Draw a 3rd land, we can console. Draw a red, we can Shatter his Icy. Alright, and if we draw red, we can Volcanic Hammer. This hand's pretty greedy, but we do have 18 lands for a reason. Okay, well there's a mana leak, so we're not just dead to anything. We can counter his play. Yeah, that's worth countering. Yeah. If we untap, I want to play this console. We could block it with the Scimitar. Whew. Pretty sweet. We didn't even hit our 4th land. Yeah, I just want to kill that. I haven't seen any removal from him, but I don't think it's worth letting stay alive. Like, we could just play the Scimitar and potentially block, but if he has removal spell for it, it's just so bad. So we'll play our Sentry, we'll see what's going on. Down to 3 cards. And we just draw lands like a boss. So he does have the Icy. We're going to be able to shatter him. He has Unholy Strength, which isn't that good against us. I mean, it's okay. He's going to be able to... No, you can't do it on that guy yet. Because we just trade. We get 2 for 1. So luckily, he drew his Icy when we drew our Shatter, so it worked out perfectly. Hollow Dogs, okay. So his hand's Icy, Unholy Strength. We're gonna play our Sandstone Warrior. Play the Fisher. I assume he's gonna play Icy. We can kill it in a turn, so you might not be able to get an activation out of it. I find double blocking the Hollow Dogs to kill it with the Unholy Strength. We get our card back from the Fisher. Only has 1 unknown. Taking 7 on the chin is a lot. Let's see if he has like a removal spell. Our first one at Dark Mansion. We haven't seen anything from him yet. Ooh, Guerrilla Tactics. It's really good. Guess we play the Sandstone Warrior. I really want to hold up. Play the Icy. That way we can kill, or play our Scimitar so we can kill his Icy. And we can still block the Highway Robbers. Because next, if we play Fisher, we can't do anything. This way we can still block here. Can't we have the Evacuation now? This is going to beat us up. We have time. Really? So we can quad block here. And kill it, potentially. Didn't play the Icy. I mean, it could be playing around counter magic. We only had 1 blue open. There isn't actually anything that counters non-creature spell with that. Yep, we're gonna go for it again. I don't want to go to 4. Does get to kill all our creatures if he has a removal spell. We get Dark Banishing. Oh my gosh. Guerrilla Tactic's not the end of the world, because he only kills our Scimitar. We can draw a card. Come on, just play your stupid Icy Manipulator already. Nope, Looming Shade. Jeez, he just will not play it. We get blown out by Guerrilla Tactics both times. To be fair, if he ever took that hit, he just has double Guerrilla Tactics and we're dead, so... If we were in a mountain, though, we could play the ice... Like, we can kill the Shadow of the Icy. So we do have to chump block. No, we don't have to chump block. We need to draw something, though. We need to draw a Confiscate, like, off the top right now. We're going to double block this Shade. He kills our Warrior. Nothing we can do about that. Yep. Sure. Kind of a parody. Doing double block. He has no cards in hand, so I'm not going to play around something. Jeez, if he has it. Like that, like that, like that. Cool. We are not dead. And we're at 4. It's pretty low. We have a lot of good draws in our deck. Ugh. 3 2s. Okay, so we're gonna go to 1. Kind of got flooded here in the mid game. We drew really well. He just had double like removal spells when it mattered. Didn't have a creature though, and we just drew lands. Yuck. Okay, so we did stabilize, just didn't draw out of it. I think the shatter was good. It was necessary, but he just held on that icy manipulator for so long. If he had run it out, we would have blew him out. And he top deck Guerrilla Tactics. I think we want the time ebb. Just having an answer to that. Pyroclasm seems great. Having an answer for a stupid fly or his unholy strength. We can cut a Warden maybe. We do have Pyroclasm. Maybe we cut a Windrake. Maybe Aven Fishers. I would cut Warden. Still want the Shatter. Still want 18 lands. So we are going to play first. Oh, perfect. Great hand. Artillery is awesome. We have a time ebb, so we're not going to lose to any unholy strengths. Could mana leak something, I doubt we will. It's hard for imagine that a 2-drop isn't just blanked by Orcish Artillery. Whatever, we're gonna counter it. That's like, we're gonna take like 6 damage off that. So it's just not worth it. So draw some lands, need to draw some spells, but I assume this Orcish Artillery is gonna do great work. Yeah, hard to imagine him having anything that can interact here. I'm not gonna attack. Just because I want to be able to kill anything he plays immediately. So he misses land dropping, he's not going to play anything into the artillery. So we're already at 7 mana, or 7 lands. So we're 1 away from casting any 8-drop. Plays a Sandstone Warrior, I'm just going to kill it. That's the biggest threat I have to worry about, I believe. Oh, well, he got that Boiling Sea. Luckily, jeez, 3 lands, holy moly. So yeah, we're just gonna ping his dude. Take 3 to do it, but that's fine. Ooh, we drew something. Hill Giant Beatdown. Can't Guerrilla Tactics that. And luckily we've been flooded, so triple Stone Rain isn't the end of the world. Alright, Enfeeblement just gave us a great chump blocker. So take 3 again. The Watch Out. I don't want to go to like 4. Attack for 1. Because they can like double Guerrilla attack us. That's only removal, like burn spells we saw. There's Hollow Dogs. Let's see what we draw. Sandstone Warrior is scary. I think I'm willing to like block and shoot it. So I'd rather kill a Sandstorm Warrior because we can never block a Hollow Dogs. And if he does Unholy Strength it, we can time it. Jeez. Grave Pact. Can't beat that. So we'll take our 5 and hate it. Hopefully draw like Aladdin's Ring. We're just gonna kill this. Jeez, holy moly. So yeah, we can draw Kraken. Stat. We're going to 6 if we use this artillery again. And we're going to. Oh my gosh, Grave Pact. This deck was really good. So we'll shoot that. Lose this guy. Okay, cool. Looking for a land and like an Aladdin's Ring. I think that's our best route to victory. There's Hypnotic Spectre. Morning Star, jeez. Oh, I'm definitely attacking for 2. Probably gonna lose this Phantom Warrior. Good thing we have Shatter, so he has 2 artifacts worth killing. He has Guerrilla Tactics in response to me trying to kill his dude, and kills this, we lose that. That's not the end of the world, probably never activate it again. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can't activate it again, so we're just gonna lose it. There's Unholy Strength. Jeez. No! Holy moly. So we're at 1. So we're not gonna... Oh my gosh. We have to, oh, this is all so bad. Oh my gosh. His deck matches up against our deck so well. We didn't draw Kraken, we didn't draw Aladdin's Ring. Ugh. We drew Shatter here, been perfect, and killed the Morning Star block. I didn't want to play the Windrake, because we have to, Ooh, if he attacks with both... Ooh, no attack at all? Oh, gosh. Guess we can buy ourselves a turn. Draw like a Volcanic Hammer and stay alive. So yeah, his deck was sweet. Worked, like, matched up very well against us. Yeah, but we have to block. And we sacrifice a creature. Oh, we aren't dead. So, hard for us to win from this point, but definitely possible. Ooh, the hordes. Dang. Alright, his deck was sweet. Ours was pretty sweet. Lost in the finals, can't complain. And I love this format. I suggest you have a couple more days once this video goes up to play it. Try it out. Don't put unplayable cards in your deck. Play like what mine and my opponent did. Just good creatures, combat tricks, removal. Morning Star is great. Alright, well that's the match. Thanks for watching.